Looking for something extra special and gooey to bake for Mother's Day? These fresh milled s'mores cookies are the sweetest way to show love or treat yourself. Hey friends, I'm Dr. Desai, a physician and culinary medicine specialist. And around here, we believe in the healing power of food. But we also believe there's room for dessert. I love using fresh milled flour not just for the nutrition, but also for the flavor it brings to the recipe. If you are a home milling nerd like me, you're gonna love these chewy cookies. These would make such a fun Mother's Day bake. Kid friendly, nostalgic, and a little better for you thanks to the fresh milled flour. I started with measuring out all my ingredients. So here in the bowl, I took 1/4 cup of clarified butter or ghee and then 1/4 cup of olive oil. Then I added 3/4 cup of granulated sugar, which was about 151 grams, followed by 3/4 cup of light brown sugar, which was 150 grams. Then I mixed it well with a whisk until nicely incorporated. Here, instead of eggs, I am using 2 chia eggs, which are made with 2 tablespoons of chia seeds mixed with 5 tablespoons of water. And I let them sit until it got into nice egg like consistency. I added those chia seeds, followed by 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Then I whisked everything until nice and creamy. After that, I took about 1 teaspoon of baking powder and baking soda each and half teaspoon kosher salt, which I mixed with 2 and 2/3 cups of soft white wheat flour, which I freshly milled, which was about 299 grams. Then I added all the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients, and then with the help of a silicone spatula, I mixed all the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients. The mixture looked a bit dry, so I went ahead and added 4 tablespoons of whole milk. Then I mixed everything until the milk was absorbed by the flour. At that point, my dough had reached the right consistency. Then to the dough, I added about 4.4 ounces of chopped milk chocolate. Then I added about 1 and 1/3 cups of dark chocolate chips, which were about 7 ounces or 200 grams. I used my silicone spatula to incorporate the chocolate into the cookie dough. I had some homemade graham crackers on hand, which were made with fresh milled flour. I took about 122 grams of those and chopped them into the pieces like this and added them to the cookie dough mixture and then carefully mixed them in. At that point, I just decided to use my hand and just carefully mix everything in, and my cookie dough was finally ready. Then I took a large cookie scoop and scooped the cookie dough into about 82 grams balls. I had some giant marshmallows on hand, so I chopped them into small pieces. I pressed the cookie dough in the middle like this and then added that piece of marshmallow, and then I tried to cover it with the dough until most of the marshmallow was covered. I repeated the process with the rest of my cookie dough balls and stuffed them all with the pieces of marshmallows. You need to plan this process at least a day ahead so you can prepare the dough balls like this and then put them in the freezer at least overnight. When you bake the cookies after the dough is frozen like this, that will help the marshmallow retain its shape and they won't melt away. These are my homemade graham crackers made with fresh milled flour. I took some of them and crushed them in the food processor into fine powder. I baked the cookies at 365-degree Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes until the edges were just set. Then I topped them with the graham cracker crumbs, also added some additional chocolate chips, then some more graham crumbs, pressed them in a little bit. Healthy eating is not about restriction, it's about balance. You can love whole grains and still leave room for dessert. With Mother's Day coming up, they are a thoughtful and delicious way to share something homemade. If you try these fresh milled s'mores cookies, tag me at FitFabWithFood. I want to see your creations. And if you are into feel good food with a healthy twist, make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming.